Hello, it's Valerie here at Pisces Mountain Farm, and today I'm going to plant my peppers. And basically the reason I'm doing peppers today is because the bed's already made. I just need to weed it a little bit. So I have this big pile of plants over here that I need to go through and pull the peppers out of. And I'm going to get my sweet peppers in today, and then we'll see. We'll just go from there. Here's the pile of plants I need to go through to dig out all my sweet peppers. So I guess that's what I'm going to be doing for now. It is very hot out here right now, so what I think I'm going to do is flame this bed and flame weed it. Alright, Future Valerie here, and I was watching that little clip back and I realized I did not explain what flame weeding is. Flame weeding is the process of taking a torch and running it over the tops of the plants to burn the tissue to kill them. Now, this does not kill the roots. It will kill some annual weeds, but if you're wanting to kill perennial weeds, you need to go over it 2 to 3 times at 2 to 3 week intervals, and then eventually it will kill off those roots. I just wanted to hop on here and kind of give an explanation of what that was, because I realized that I didn't do that. I'm going to flame weed this bed and then come back this evening when the sun starts to go down a little bit and plant everything. But let me show you. I have 2 trays here of stuff that I've got. It might be hard to see because of all the weeds. There's the first tray. It's mostly sweet peppers and a couple little basils. And there's the second tray. It's probably even harder to see. I'm not quite sure how many peppers are here yet. I may or may not count them. They are all sweet peppers or heatless versions of hot peppers. I feel like I have some more peppers somewhere, but I'll have to go search for them. Anyways, here's the bed I'm putting them in. I'm just going to flame weed it and then come back tonight and plant it. Just so you guys know, I do have a bucket of water down here in case anything were to catch on fire. I don't want you to think that I didn't have some water, so that's important to know. If you're flame weeding, have water nearby in case something catches fire. And also, I do work in skirts a lot, so if I work in a skirt and I'm also working with fire, I just tie my skirt up. Alright, I'll come back and plant these later this evening when it's not so hot. So far, this is what it looks like. I'm ready to haul the rest of this mulch down to my pepper bed. And I think it's to the point where it's going to be easier just to kind of lift the sides and drag the whole thing down. It's getting harder to put it into the buckets. I'm going to see if I can do it by myself, and if not, I'm going to have someone come help me. Okay, I wasn't able to carry that stack of mulch down by myself, so I've resorted back to the buckets. I'm just going to, let's see, let me show you. I'm just going to kind of cover to this corner because I'm not planting in that corner. I'm not planting peppers in this corner, and that's already got something else planted in it. So basically I'm going to drop these 2 buckets that I have, and then I'm going to start planting my peppers so I can get them in the ground before it rains. But other than that, I'm just going to get on with planting as many of these as I can before it starts to rain. I know it doesn't look like it's going to because it's sunny, but it's supposed to start to rain and rain for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. Okay, these I potted up into these bags, and these bags are supposed to be biodegradable. However, I know they don't break down in a season, so I always pull them off. I have planted in these before, and the next season the root ball's still intact and the bag's still there. However, I do try to compost them because I have put them in compost and they've broken down completely. So even though I don't plant in these because they do inhibit the root growth a little bit, I do try to recycle them and compost them. All right, I guess getting on to the pepper planting. What I'm doing is I'm digging a little hole, and then I'm backfilling with this garden dirt. And it is this Miracle-Gro in-ground garden soil, and I generally try not to use this Miracle-Gro. However, it was given to me, and free is free, so yes, I'm going to utilize it. I do try to grow as organically as possible. Sometimes you use soil because it was given to you. So I got all my peppers planted right here. They go down to about there. I peppered in a few little basils. And I don't know if you can tell, but I went through and cut back all the green tops on my onions. Here's a bucket of the onion greens that I'm going to take in and clean the leaves out of and then draw for powder. I'm up here at my top field and it's getting ready to rain. So I'm going to put some pole beans in the ground, and it's getting ready to rain, so I'm wanting to get them in the ground before the rain really starts because we're going to have rain for a few days in a row. Because this up here isn't quite as protected, I'm only putting a couple of beans of each type in the ground, and that way if the deer eat them I don't lose my whole supply. I'll also plant some somewhere else. But if the deer don't eat them and this thing fills up, it'll be quite beautiful. So I'm going to weed the spot. I'm going to put some soil down and plant the beans. There is a little bit of compost up here from last year, so hopefully between that and the new soil that I'm putting up, it'll be good. And once again, I'm using that Miracle-Gro gardening soil that I got for free. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my camera up because it is starting to sprinkle and I don't want to get my camera wet. So that's what I'm doing up here, and hopefully later this season I can show you it covered with a bunch of beautiful beans. So what you see sitting on the shelves are weeds that I dug out of there. I just set them up on the shelves so the sun will bake the roots and they don't just re-root somewhere else. So if you're wondering what that is, that's what that is. Down here I planted the beans and I've got them set out beside it, so we'll do a little tour. Red Chinese noodle bean. Purple potted pole bean. Rattlesnake bean. Let's see. The cooler beans. The cooler beans, I'll see if I can get it to focus. It might not since it's through a bag. Let's see. There you go. It's the rattlesnake bean. Right here is the zebra bean. Sun's coming out now. Alright, that's a zebra bean. Now we're going to do down this aisle. This is the asparagus yard-long bean. This one is the Nona Agnes beans, and these ones are cool. I don't know if it's going to focus on it or not. Let's see if I get it in the sunlight really well. These beans kind of have a blue cast to them. The next one is the Blahilde purple pole bean. Those beans are just a brown color. And the last one on this line is the skunk bean. Those have some really cool beans. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.